Alright, it's Player Talk Radio. We are back in the building, man. Let's get it. It's part two. Let's get it. Mindset of a man. Let's get it.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Cuda.
Tonight we gonna be going in.
On the one.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.
Now you know you gotta break the game down a little bit more because they might be slow.
Alright, it's Player Talk Radio. It's DJ Cuda back in the building at the helm of today's show. We are back in the building, man. We are gonna do part two. I wouldn't call this the man mindset, man. Shout out to Steve the Dean. I might have to play a Steve the Dean clip on this show, man. Steve the Dean showed me love on Facebook, man. Shout out to Steve the Dean. It's Player Talk Radio. We are back in the building, man. If you got any questions, email me at playertalk8@gmail.com. That is playertalk8, the number 8 at gmail.com. Playertalk8 at gmail.com. If you have any relationships questions and you need help and you need some clarity on what's going on, if you're single, for whatever reasons, man, hit me up. You know what I'm saying, man. Shout outs to that boy Alpha Male Strategies. Shout outs to Minister Jap. Shout outs to Donovan Sharp. Shout outs to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Stop falling asleep in class, nigga. Shout outs to O'Shea Duke Jackson, man. I want to work for that nigga, man. That's my guy. Alright, man. It's DJ Cuda, man. We are back in the building, man. We're going to get back into the Locario lowdown. Might throw in a little bit of Steve the Dean. Talking about your mindset for dating in 2018, man. All summer 18. Drake's Scorpion album hasn't dropped yet. Really anticipating that album. Wayne talking about dropping the Carter 5. I think it's probably a little bit too late. I don't know. We'll see. We're a little bit under 3 minutes in, man. It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building, man. If you want to donate to the show, you can donate via PayPal, CUDAKID, the number 8 at yahoo.com. That's CUDAKID, the number 8 at yahoo.com. CudaKid8 at yahoo.com, man. That's what you can do if you really want to donate to the show. Player Talk TV is definitely on the way. Got a lot of shit going on, man. So let's get into the Locario lowdown, man. How to flip the game on women. We're talking about tactics. We're talking about dating in 2018. There's a lot of good information on these shows that you guys can really soak up a lot of good game on. And then we're going to get into the mix. And then after we get into the mix, man, we're going to be out the building, man. It's Player Talk Radio. It's DJ Cuda, man. There's a lot of game that you guys got to soak up. Definitely, we're back on the live stream. We are back in the group. So, you know what I'm saying? Pull up a chair, grab some popcorn. Let's do it, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go. Let's go.
Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, guys, today I wanted to tell you, right, what's going to really help you, have more women, make getting women, more easier for you, because I know a lot of you guys are out there, you're struggling, you're like, damn it, why is it so hard to get these chicks, right? And really the reason why it's hard for a lot of you guys is because of the way that you think about yourself and the way that you come at women and think, that you have to come at women a certain way, right? Now, what I want to tell you is depending on the way that you view yourself and the way that you come at women will determine, how much success you have. It will determine, the amount of women that you get to sleep with, the amount of women you get to date, all these other good things, right? Now, what happens is, unfortunately, most guys, right, when they come at women, when they try to talk to girls, when they try to, hook up with chicks, right, a lot of guys come at it with this sort of needy type of energy. You understand? And so what I want to tell you guys is that if you change the way that you come at women and you change the way that you view yourself, right? Then you will be having more success. So for example, let's say for example, you see a hot chick at a party or somewhere, right? And you want to go and talk to her. You understand? And let's say you actually go over and talk to her. You get the courage to talk to her, whatever, right? Now, what a lot of guys are going to be thinking in their head, they're going to be thinking, oh man, I hope she likes me, or I hope she wants to get with me, right? Now that's what's coming from a lot of dudes. And it's coming from a lot of dudes because they think of
You have to have that mindset of, shit, I hope I like her. I hope she's a cool person. I hope she lives up to how she looks.
themselves as, lower than her, or oh, she might be out of my league, or she's above me, and the guys start to think that, so they're hoping that this girl's gonna like them, right? But the thing is if you change the way the way that you think about women or interact with them, and you flip it, right, then you will start to make yourself see yourself differently, and also make yourself interact with women differently, and that's going to make you get better results. So for example, if you are saying to yourself when you see this hot chick, oh my God, I hope she likes me, right? You got to flip that and say, you know what? I hope that I like her. So meaning what that means is you see the girl, you think she's cute, you want to smash or whatever, but when we talk about I hope that I like her, you're going to basically be evaluating her to see if she's good enough to deal with you.
And the reason why you want to do this is because you want to come from an authoritative position. You want to come from a position that when you have a mindset of because the thing is that your mindset a lot of times will set the tone of the type of conversation that you will have with this woman. A lot of times if you're like, man, I hope she likes me, you're going to speak to her like you hope she likes you. You're going to behave towards her like you should entertain her so she will like you, and things like that. And this is how you will catch her attention. Whereas in comparison, if you says, well, I hope I like her, you're going to be asking her questions with an authoritative undertone, with an authoritative tone in your voice. What type of work do you do? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, okay, what are you doing? Oh, well, I'm doing this, that, and the third. In comparison of, oh, well, do you work in the city? Yeah, I'm a such and such and such and such. You see what I'm saying? When you're more authoritative with how you ask something, you will get more cooperation in her commitment to her response towards you. That's how you get... See, I'm giving you guys some real big game. Her commitment into her response. This is why you have to ask open-ended questions on these dates. You have to ask, if you were to go to sleep tonight and wake up anywhere else in the world, where would it be? These questions require a commitment in the answer more than a yes and no. And the contents within this commitment of the answer that she has to give to you will give her away her personality to you. And women naturally want to talk this way because she teaches you how she should be caught, how to accommodate her. Women are not selling what you want to buy. They're selling what you're selling, and they're saying, listen, if you're going to buy, go ahead and buy, because they have a pussy. You don't have to buy. She's like, nigga, I don't have to change myself. Why would I, when somebody will still come to me? If somebody will still come to me, what's the incentive to change myself? And that's how a lot of these women think. And that's why a lot of you guys get played. If somebody's still gonna fuck with you, even if you're a fucked up ass person, it's just easier not being a fucked up ass person. Whereas you know that if you were to change yourself and not be a fucked up ass person, and that person will fuck with you, there is a little bit of resistance because you don't know if that person's fuck with you because you just changed, or if you don't know if they fuck with you because they really fuck with you. So it's a little bit easier to be an asshole and be liked than to change yourself up, not be an asshole and have to go with that hassle and be liked. Like I said, it comes with discipline. Has this person had the discipline to get the type of shit, to get the type of love that she claims that she wants? Sometimes, personally, in most cases, people will have to attain that type of discipline on their own merit. But in a lot of cases, they don't do that. And this shows you their character and how they handle things, who they really are. But some people, life will force you into circumstances to accept that. So a lot of people that you're going to date are going to come already made with those life circumstances. Once you've identified this, your job is to accommodate them accepting those circumstances and congratulated them on accepting those circumstances, because you appreciate that they accepted those circumstances and can bring that into the equation and care for something that you care about on a different level, and it turns into love. Shit like that happens. So let's not pretend like this isn't an element that's in the game. Let's go.
You understand? So you're flipping the whole dynamic over. You're not going over there trying to impress her. You're not going over there to try to be some clown for her to entertain.
So we're just going further, like off what we're saying. You have to be interested in her. That's how you have to have her choose you from an authoritative position.
No, you're going over there to see if you like her. You understand what I'm saying? And it changes the whole thing, because now when you're talking to her, you're not necessarily just talking to her.
And you have to understand, for you to be important to her, you have to command a certain level of attention from her. And how a woman treats you will show you the certain level of attention she has for you. Because it's in her nature to seek a certain level of attention to fill her capacity of what her perception of validation is, which also gives you more information about her. Let's go.
Just to get with her, because then now you're going to be all nervous. If you're trying to do that, you're going to think of, oh, I got to say something clever, I got to say something cool. No, you're going over there to check her out and evaluate her and see if she's cool enough to be on your team. And that flips the whole thing around. You understand? Like, sometimes, when I'll be talking to chicks or whatever, I would say shit like, I'll be like, yeah, give me your number, and I'll call you this week if I have some time. If I'm free, I'll call you. I'll hit you up. You understand? So I'm kind of like saying like, yeah, give me your number, but I'll maybe call you. Like, I'm still trying to see what's popping. You understand? A lot of times I give my number out to women. I don't even take their number. And sometimes women will say to me like, what do you mean take your number? I don't call guys. You're supposed to call me and blah, blah, blah. And I say, no, listen, take my number, because I'm still trying to figure out if I like you. I don't even know if I like you. I'm still trying to figure it out. So take my number, call me on Monday. By that time, I probably, I'll see what's popping. You understand? So now it's going from me trying to get her and me, putting her on this pedestal. It goes from that to me saying, look, I'm a cool motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And I know you feeling me. And I'm trying to see if you're cool enough to fuck with me. You understand? You have to come at it like that. And also, it has to be from a genuine place. This is why I say you have to see yourself differently. You have to see yourself as the type of guy who has value. A lot of you guys don't see yourself as valuable. You see yourself as, oh, I'm just the average guy and no girls like me and I'm not cool and I don't have things going on, and why would a girl want me? That's going on in your head.
And that's the thing. When you guys talk like that, it's true. And when you say the opposite of it, that too is true. Oh, I'm a confident guy. Girls love me. Things like that. It's true. But if you say they don't, that also is true.
You understand? But these women want men. You understand? They want men like you. The thing is, you don't realize that women want men like you. So when you go up to them, you start acting like, they're doing you a favor. The thing is that turns them off. And all they're going to probably use you for at that point is maybe just some attention or an ego boost. You understand? Because now they're looking at you like, oh, this is this insecure guy, coming up to me, sweating me, blah, blah, blah. And she's not really attracted to that. You understand? But if you approach a woman and let her know, like, listen, we talking, look, I'm still trying to see what's up with you. Whatever, here, take my number. I take your number. We'll see what's gonna pop. We'll see what's gonna go down, and all this other stuff. You're just being cool and calm about it. You're not being needy. You're not really trying to, sweat her like that. You understand what I'm saying?
And that makes you stand out.
There are times when you're dealing with chicks and you can have a situation where you are, flirting and you're being very forward and letting her know like, oh, you're really hot and you're cute and all that other stuff. But that within itself is just a different sort of technique when you're dealing with chicks, right? But what I'm talking about here is a different type of thing where you can switch up how you interact with women. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meaning that you are letting them know that you are not there to, to sweat them or entertain them. You're there to let them know like, hey, listen, I'm here right in front of you right now only to see if I want to fuck with you. I don't care what you thinking. I don't care what you talking about. I don't care what you trying to do. I'm here to see if I want to fuck with you. And it has to be that mind state, because if you have that mind state, it's going to come off through your actions and she's going to feel that. You understand what I'm saying? I had a lot of chicks who, where I would talk to them and I would, kind of use this type of thing where I'm just like, yeah, we'll see. I don't know, maybe. You understand? Like, I'll hit you up maybe next week. I don't know, if I'm not busy, I'll hit you up.
And those answers, you want to apply those to your tools, because those are vague, halfway answers. And people have ego. Even if you a motherfucker. Check this out. If I cook a mean ass cheesecake or potato salad and motherfuckers fuck with my shit, like I got proven, my shit tried and proven, like my nigga, this the best potato salad this side of the Mississippi type shit. And my ego's in the sky. Using this as a metaphor. And a celebrity comes up to me and say, I heard about your pie. And I know this motherfucker knows his shit about food. All he has to do is taste his motherfucking pie. It's cheesecake. And I slide it to him on his humble. Yo, taste this motherfucker, man. Let me know. He like, yo, I ain't gonna take it right now. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. My bad, y'all. I'm choking on a Starburst. They got these Starbursts with the flames on them. My bad. But, nigga, we'll see. We'll see. What you mean, nigga? This is the best cheesecake this side of the Mississippi. We'll see. Alright. And when it happens, we really gonna see. You gonna find yourself in that situation in a lot of cases in this game. But that's basically what that is. Women come with arrogance already. Remember, I told you it's A&E television. Arrogance and entitlement. Women really don't ask motherfuckers out. So when this motherfucker do ask you out, it's a high chance you're gonna say yes. When you don't say yes, we'll see, you become the woman. Gorgeous Dre once said to get bad bitches, you gotta be the bad bitch. You gotta be the bitch. Who's the real bad bitch? The bitch itself or the nigga that get the bitches? Who the baron? Who the real bad bitch? You. We'll see. It's like oh yeah, well, we'll see. In her mind, and in reality, if you only knew how much niggas is choosing on her. And she extends her hand to you, and she'll get to, and all you get is a we'll see. It's like politely slighting someone. You slight her. vague, subjective response. It's called the game. It's the game, baby.
You understand? Or I'm talking to the girl, and she doesn't know that I'm evaluating her, but in my mind, I'm not going up to her.
Low key, she knows.
Talking to her, trying to get her to like me. You understand? That's another thing. You should never try to get a woman to like you. Just do your thing. But I'm sitting there and I'm looking at her. I'm talking to her. I'm asking her questions. I'm seeing how she responds to certain things. I'm seeing how she, reacts to when I say this or I say that, because I want to see if she's the type of girl who I really even want to mess with. You understand? Or the type of chick who I want to mess with for the long term or whatever it is. You understand? And the thing is that the more practice you get at talking to women and interacting with women, the more women you're gonna get, and the easier it's going to be able to evaluate these chicks like this. Because what happens is that if you're the type of dude who's not getting that much women, if you're the type of dude who doesn't have a lot of experience with women, you're gonna be at the point where you're feeling a lack. And then that neediness is going to come out because you just want her so bad. You're like, oh, I want her. I have to have her. She's so hot. I haven't had sex in 6 months. I want to do this. So all that neediness is coming through, right? But the thing is that if you practice talking to women, if you, get a lot of chicks on your team, it becomes easier for you to be a little bit more choosy. It becomes easier for you to evaluate these chicks, and it becomes easier for you to practice this. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, when you change the way that you come at women, it makes it a little bit, more easier for you to attract these women, because you become different. You become the guy who's not sweating her. You become the guy who is, not taking any bullshit from her. You become different than all the other guys who don't even understand this concept. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys who still have this, she's out of my league type of thing, or, I don't have enough money to mess with these girls, or I'm not good looking enough. They have all these different hang-ups that are stopping them because this is how they view themselves. So if you view yourself as valuable, you view yourself as the type of guy who women want, and it's actually true. You just have to understand this, right? And then you see yourself like this, and you are confident, and you see yourself as valuable. You're going to be exuding that when you are dealing with women. They can feel it, and they're going to see it, and then it's going to come out in your actions when you're dealing with women. And by you having other women on your team, it's not going to be hard for you to do this, because you're not going to be feeling all thirsty and sweating chicks for sex. You understand what I'm saying? So guys, make sure you understand the concept of switching up your shit. Like, try out some new shit and try to understand that you are valuable. You understand? You got to understand this. You have to understand this. This is what's going to make it easier for you to attract women, when you first recognize your own value, because they're not going to recognize how valuable you are if you don't. You understand?
This is true. And vice versa.
What you're doing. You feel me? So that's all I want to say for today, guys.
And a woman's value to recognize is her having a personality. It's really hard for women to have a personality, especially in today's dating game, because they really don't need it. People are going off of looks so much. Motherfuckers don't need it. Real talk. But I don't know. Don't take it from me, man. Alright, man. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get into the mix. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of game. Gonna get into a little bit more Locario. My bad, I'm getting a little tired, y'all. My bad. And I got a lot of shit to tend back to on social media. I see something in the chat room that I gotta tend to, but I'm just gonna finish this stream and then I'm gonna tend to it. Thank you guys for fucking with me and fucking with this show, man. It's great, man. It's good to be back. All summer 2018, man. We're gonna be covering a lot of big shit. It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building, man. It's DJ Kuda. New game. And let's not forget we got new rules. God damn it. Shit. Ain't that fucked up? Ain't that fucked up? Just when you thought you gave her your all, you gotta give more. You gotta learn how to maneuver and do all kinds of shit. So in the past show, we talked about, you know, your mindset and your resources. You know, you gotta have a good filter. You gotta have a world that you can pull women into, and you gotta give them the choice if they want to align with you or do them. You know, and you have to be aware of what could be her world, and you have to be aware of her past and where she's going. You gotta understand that the choices that she's made before are receipts, and past mistakes indicate future choices and past choices, you know? Does this girl have the discipline, and can she show you, you know, that she does, and, you know, where she's going? Does she need your help, or does she need your assistance? What's going on with her, you know? You gotta listen to all this shit. And do you have enough game to distinguish yourself different, you know? You have to play with her. You have to tease her. You have to stand out. So while other dudes are calling her lovely and using all of this mushy shit to get her, you know, you have to know when to switch. You have to know when to make fun of her a little bit, you know, because women know by themselves, you know. They themselves, you know, these niggas be telling them this simpish shit, this mushy shit. Nigga, women, they themselves don't even take themselves that seriously. Like, women take themselves very seriously, but in the end, they themselves don't take that seriously. Like, when you're complimenting her, like, she's taking herself so serious to the point, it's like she has to learn how to do lace fronts and do all of these weird shit with her wigs and makeup and shit. It's like, boy, you don't even know the half of the shit I have to go through to look like this. So when you tell me you look pretty, yeah, you would say that, because I spent all of this money and did all this shit. Like, we know. Real niggas know. So women don't take themselves that seriously. Sometimes you can be like, ooh, you caking today. You know, a little broad at the office, and she like, oh my god, and she kind of like, but no, you did it good. You look good. You good. You know, you point out a flaw. You make fun of her a little bit. It happens, man. Yeah, because women by themselves, they don't even take themselves that seriously. That's why when people talk to them like they're goddesses and shit, they get juiced up, because it reassures them that they live up to some false image that they themselves can't even keep up. It's a false image. A lot of these bitches will have attitudes with you, and she only got 100 likes on Facebook. So we dealing with that shit. We talking about that game. We dealing with nuclear materials here, man. We dealing with that drop top drip, man. We dealing with some real shit. So, you know, every time, fellas, when you're talking to a woman, you have to talk like if it's a date. You have to talk as if it's a date. You have to have this Casanova game. Every time you talk to a woman, it's damn near a date. It's a date. And you have to understand, you either build or destroy. Online, as a man, it's the same thing when you're dating. It's your conquest to get a woman. And your conquest to get a woman, you're either going to build or destroy. So, you know, you're either going to build or destroy as a man. You're going to build yourself up or destroy yourself. Or destroy other things. When you pick a woman, you pick somebody to be around for, you know, good or bad, whatever's going on in your life, whether you chose to build or destroy. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. So, I don't know, it's just so much shit to say, man. It's just... Alright, let's get into the mix. It's Player Talk Radio. We are in the building, man.
Now you know you gotta break the game down a little bit more, because they might be slow.
Let's go.
Damn, Kuda. Why you do him like that, baby?
I had to. These hoes mad, man. Shout out to Famous Dex. Started a little bit off with the, you know what I'm saying? Who told you I was the man? Who told you I was the man? This game ain't for the weak-hearted, man. Let's get it, man. Rest in peace, XXX Tentacion. Shout out to that boy Famous Dex. These hoes mad, man. Shit screwed and chopped, man. Shout out to the Chopped and Screwed DJs, man. Let's get it. Email me at playertalk8@gmail.com. It's playertalk8@gmail.com, man. Let's get it, man. These hoes mad. Let's get it, man. I see y'all in the chat room. These hoes mad, man. This mix dedicated to you. Ashley B, this mix dedicated to you. Let's get it.
No, fuck you left your shit in my car, so I'm obligated to go through it. What do you mean? No, you're mad.
Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad.
Oh my God. Cuda.
Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Hoes mad. I pull up in that old jag. Hold fast. I got these bitches staring, comparing. If that's your girl, not sharing. That's past tense. I be flexing. I say, baby, why you hating? And you wanna drink my liquor, but I ain't even tripping. Hey, please pass me a swisher. Smoking dope till I get hiccups. I think I need a pickup. So wanna pick me up, cause these pills got me real higher. But these hoes mad. Hoes mad.
That's the mix with the young DJ Cuda.
Tonight we gon' be going in.
I got these bitches
On Player Talk Radio.
they fighting. They texting me some weird shit. Oh man. Hoes mad. 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 Hoes mad.
The head with another DJ Young Cuda. Exclusive.
Hoes mad. Hoes mad. Tell me hoes mad. Oh man. Oh man. I'm bustin' hard in the cold flesh.
Hey, shout outs to Rob Banks. I didn't know that was Shaggy's son, man. That shit fucked me up. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. It's Player Talk Radio.
Son, you just been cracked in the head with another DJ Young Cuda exclusive.
Email me at playertalk8@gmail.com, man. Let's get it, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go. Who got that shit, nigga? Let's get it.
Who got that lean? Who got that Zan? Who got that perk? Who got that gas? Who got that beam? Right on the strap. Who wanna aim? Right at they back. Who bite all that? Who on the track? Who these little boys look at like the man? Who can fuck you and go fuck your friend? Who fuck it up again and again, little bitch? Tell me who apply the pressure, my nigga. Who apply the pressure? Apply the pressure. 24/7, I'm head first. Fuck nigga, it don't get no better. Don't get no better. I told your bitch I want head first, Bob. Ho, please don't be bitter. Why you look bitter? Boy, all these niggas looking bitter. I pull up and I apply the pressure. I apply the pressure. Bitch, I'm a beast. Bitch, I'm the GOAT. Got a zero. Seen a C note. You not in my class. Boy, I'm self-taught. You couldn't fuck block. You getting dropped off. Flow femto. Fuck these hoes like I'm in love. Still Klitschko. I can't hit without a glove. Laugh when I shoot. Hundreds they blue late night with that drum like the motherfucking roots. And you know the phone. No baby bone. No indigo. You know Kimo. You know Keyron. You know Ice Mo. You know Juice Mo. Free bam till I'm gone. And you know I spread on them like Big Ant with the dome. Run up, you get stomped. Take your ass better post. Boy, check your post. I don't say a dead man name. Fuck nigga. This ain't that seance. I used to be Santa on street with a Nick Slayer princess off the armor. Invested so much in the fender. I fucked the Fantana bitch out of commercial. Inside Sasuke, outside Naruto. A nigga chakra flow Orochimaru. And ride coats with the karma. Who the fuck wanted with Madara? Who got that lean? Who got that Zan? Who got that perk? Who got that gas? Who got that beam? Right on the strap. Who wanna aim? Right at they back. Who bite all that? Who on the track? Who these little boys look at like the man? Who can fuck you and go fuck your friend? Who fuck it up again and again, little bitch? Tell me who apply the pressure, my nigga, who apply the pressure? Apply the pressure. 24/7, I'm head first, fuck nigga, it don't get no better. Don't get no better. I told your bitch I want head first, Bob, ho, please don't be bitter. Why you look bitter? Boy, all these niggas looking bitter. I pull up and I apply the pressure, I apply the pressure. 2 phones shouting, yeah, the cool. South flow, ride, I never lose. My face gated, yours, they can't let you through. Used to call Xavier Wolf, he threw with my nigga, who? Hey, stand on that nigga. I thought that I told you we solid, my nigga. Savage like my full life and my nigga. When broken switch, follow that like my nigga. Ride on that nigga. Your favorite rapper, fucking lie, my nigga. Bitch, I'm 100 shit percentage simple to the end of time. I go get my nigga. You not the phone. You a prank call, fuck nigga, got it. Full-time sipper, but you drinking on the Watson. Real live rap will make you play possum. And if I snap, you disappear by tomorrow. I hold it down, that's the end of the story. Tumblr to God in all of his glory. I still walk up and get booed like motherfucker. Whatever they on, repeat they selves when they talk. Can't even convince yourself. They got laughs at you. All these niggas just trying to get money when you catch them in purse. Ran up my sack for the purse. Nigga, come and get you some work. Who got that lean? Who got that Zan? Who got that perk? Who got that gas? Who got that beam? Right on the strap. Who want it aim? Right at they back. Who about all that? Who on the track? Who these little boys look at like the man? Who can fuck you and go fuck your friend?
You know Griffin ain't do nothing wrong, man. Let's get it.
Who apply the pressure, my nigga? Who apply the pressure? Apply the pressure. 24/7, I'm head first. Fuck nigga, it don't get no better. I told your bitch I want head first, Bob. Hope please don't be bitter.
That nigga Rob Banks, bro. That nigga Rob Banks go hard as shit. Shout out to Griffin ain't do nothing wrong, man. Shout out to Rob Banks, man. Let's get it, man. It's Player Talk Radio, man. Let's get it.
Jump out the egg with your boy.
Oh my God. Cuda.
I'm Pop Molly on do jiggers. Yeah, you got it right when you doing with it. See you niggas try to ride my way. End up on a shark, blown away. 7 days out the week, I'm on fleek. Nigga, Louis Vuitton fleece, look chic. Chinese, Eastern Airline, when I fly. Serving fish, nigga, who am I? Yomadori, I'm a one time. Shoot like Derek Luke, I'm a biker boy. Bow, bow, bow. Kawasaki stepping to the void. For the love of money, these fuck niggas turn to fraud. Bitch, I got about 2 on me, I'm coming for your job. Thought I told you niggas, Griffin, they do nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Fuck all in on if it ain't one thing, it's another. Dying by the blood of my brother. Gang, Falcone, 7 life. Fuck nigga talking, then I put it to your stomach. B-Day, game it birthday, sex relay, 13 of the pants that stick freeway, letting off 5 on that bitch DJ, bring the whole back for me, Chris. Jump out that egg with your boot in it for real. Trip on my cup, I put a deuce in it for real. Right down your block, whip out 2 with me for real. Say you got it, what you doing it for real? Who your money on? Thought I said I ain't do nothing wrong. Bitch, ain't nothing wrong. Take your pen.
Oh my God. Cuda.
You were wrong. Try to kill me and you miss. You were wrong. You did I was right. You were wrong. Nigga try to blow it on the reef. Talk about how my back ain't equal. Went to the internet, boy, you see through. Told you I ain't into that. Got your heat through. Heavy heart right now, play. Ready shit.
Man, we are in the building, man. It's Player Talk Radio. We are back in the building, man. Let's get back into Mr. Locario. We just get straight into it, man. Dog, let's just get straight to it.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video, I wanted to talk about how you should never let a chick try to run game on you. Alright, so basically, I was talking to a friend and, I was telling him, like, hey, listen, man, you need to really try to smash these chicks as soon as possible
when you get with them. I actually did a video the other day about that when I was talking about, you know, the right time to really have sex with a chick that you just met, a chick that you're just sort of trying to get with and all this other stuff, right? And so he was saying that he was like, nah, but you know, you can't just like try to have sex with a girl too quick, because then she's gonna think you just want her for sex. She's gonna, you know, resist it because she doesn't really, you know you, and girls got to get to know you in order for them to want to have sex with you, and yada yada yada, like that, right? And I've seen, you know, a few guys in some comments and in some of my videos say the same exact thing, right? Now the reason why a lot of these guys are saying these things is,
and I'm gonna stop you right there real quick, because I see it in the chat room. What it really is that a lot of women, when it comes to something like this, a lot of women, they know, and a lot of women are aware they ain't shit. And if they give themselves a little bit too early to guys, it'll kind of be evident to, like, both of them. Like, even sometimes if a woman sleeps with you early, she's like, damn, I kind of just blew my load. I couldn't help myself. I was drunk, or I don't know what's going on. It's just not going to work out with this guy, because for real, I don't even think he's going to view me the same way, and this, that, and the third. So I'm going to kind of be shitty and crappy towards him to kind of make him leave. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the goods too quickly. Some women are out here are trying to pull off that same dynamic that we were talking about, where a relationship that will work, and one that won't work. So you have to hurry up and kind of see what it is quickly. So a lot of times, too, in her mind, sleeping with you is kind of whorish behavior, and she does not want to work with you with that pretense of maybe she could be a slut or this, that. They have different reasons for it. That's why a lot of times they call it last minute resistance.
Because, you know, they've been dealing with chicks who have been running game on them. So what do I mean by this? What do I mean by a chick running game on you? So basically what that means is that you're dealing with a chick she's saying certain things to basically get a reaction out of you, and then based off of your reaction, she knows whether or not you're a guy who understands the game or who's up on the game. You understand? So basically, let's say for example you are out on a date with a chick, right? And you know, y'all are hanging out, and then let's say you try to kiss her or something, right? And then she moves her head away and she's like, oh, you know, I'm sorry, I just don't kiss on the first date. You understand? That's her running game on you, because she knows damn well that she kisses on the first date. You understand what I'm saying? She's been on a date with a guy who she was really into. She was feeling the moment, and she kissed him. You understand? So her rule of, oh, I don't kiss on the first date is bullshit. She's just saying that to you because either she's not really feeling you that much, or she's saying that to you because she's trying to see how you're going to react so that she can put you in a certain category. Now, if you sort of accept that, and you're just like, oh, okay, you know, that's cool, whatever, you understand? And then you call her again and you give her more attention, then she knows that she can sort of keep doing these things to you to buy time with you. You understand? So let's say even if she does like you, she's like, oh, well, let me, you know, pretend I don't kiss on the first date and try to drag this out as much as possible so that I can keep this guy around. See, she's basically running game on you. You understand? Because the thing is that
a lot of times too, when they sleep with you, they know you're not gonna stick around. They know, yeah, I got pussy, but it's still what I'm putting you through is not gonna be worth it in a lot of cases.
She's just saying, oh, I don't kiss on the first date, because she's trying to see if you're the type of guy who's gonna, you know, call her back and who's gonna keep giving her attention in order for her to string you along and do all this other stuff.
She's trying to see consistency in your attention.
You know, it could be a number of different things. It could be, well, she's not really into you, and she's like, well, I could use this guy for attention, maybe take me out a couple times, whatever it is like that. Or let's say if she, she really likes you and shit, and she's been dealing with a whole bunch of dudes who's been just fucking her and not calling her again. She wants to sort of prolong the situation. You understand? So she's like, oh, well, let me tell him I don't kiss on the first date so that he'll take me out on the second date and I can see him again and all that other bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you guys are, dealing with these chicks, what's happening is that they're running game on you and they know they can run a game on you because of how you're responding to what they're saying. You understand? You keep calling her and texting her and interacting with her even though she's basically dragging you along and stringing shit along. It's the same way where if you're dealing with a girl and you're trying to hit, you understand, trying to have sex with her, and she's like, oh, but I need to get to know you more and yada 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 yada, right? And she sees that you like her, whatever, and then this is like, oh, cool, I can get more attention from this guy because he's the type of dude who's going to fall for this bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that you can't be in a situation where you have these chicks running game on you. Same thing happens if a chick flakes, right? If she flakes on you and then you call her again to set up another day and then she flakes on you again and then you still call her back and she's like, look, I can do whatever the fuck I want and this guy's gonna keep calling me back. I can go out with him next week. I can not go out with him. I can have him call me back. I can say I'm gonna call him back and then not call him back, and she sees that you are responding to her in a certain way where you're just going along with it, you understand? And you keep going, and so she feels like she can just do whatever, you understand? So she's running that game on you, right? And see, the thing is that you have to be the type of guy who, from the jump, when you're interacting with her, there's certain things that you do and certain things that you say and certain ways that you come across that's going to dictate to her that you're not that type of dude. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of times it's little things that you guys are doing when you're on dates, when you're interacting with these girls, the way that you respond to them when they are telling you these things, you understand, that will show her if you're the type of guy who's going to go along with the bullshit or the type of guy who's not. You understand what I'm saying? So like, let's say if you're at a bar or something and you're, hanging with your friends or whatever like that, and then some girl, she's checking you out or whatever, and let's say you guys are talking, and then, within the conversation, y'all have only been talking for maybe like 2 minutes, 3 minutes or whatever, and she's like, oh, so aren't you gonna like buy me a drink? You understand? And so now if you buy her that drink, what happens is that she's looking at you like,
that's a bitch test. That's a bitch test. Oh, so you're gonna buy me a drink? Oh, so you're gonna be courteous? So you're gonna, sometimes, all right, and this is how you pass that test. Sometimes you gotta look her in the eyes and be like, I'm sorry, I don't buy drinks for women that I don't know, but check this out. We could play a game if you wanna, you understand what I'm saying? Then you go off into the game gambits. Or sometimes you gotta look around and be like, wait, are you broke? She gonna be like, what? Like, yo, are you broke? You can't afford a drink? Oh, of course I can afford a drink. Oh, okay, then why you asking me to buy your drink, girl? You tripping. Go ahead, buy a drink. You gotta learn how to flip the... Never mind, man. Never mind.
Oh, this guy is a trick. He's a simp. I just met this dude and he's going to buy me this drink. Or what happens is that these women are so used to guys doing that.
Yeah, what I mean by chat room, what I mean by flipping it into a gambit, into a game, you got the numbers game, you got the 5 questions bet. These are old games. These old games, they still work, man. You know what I'm saying? You tell her, look, pick a number between 1 to 5. Don't tell me your number, I'm gonna guess it. Most people pick 3. And then you tell her, well, you do it the other way around. You do pick a number between 1 to 10. Don't tell me the number, I'm gonna guess it. Then you do some magical shit. Oh, okay, you pick 7. Most people pick 7. You understand what I'm saying? 80% of people pick 7. 80% of people pick 3. So, these are ways you can get drinks. I don't think I've done a show telling guys, because I've been out of the house with no money on me. I've got women to buy me drinks. I've slept with those women, the same women that bought me a drink. You know what I'm saying? There's ways you can go to a bar and don't have to spend no type of money as a man. All you gotta do, never mind. Listen, man. Listen to Mr. Locario.
For them, right? That what happens is that almost becomes their normal type of way to deal with men. So they're sort of manipulating guys on a subconscious level, they don't even know what they're doing is the thing they're doing. You understand? That's just how they interact with guys, because they've been dealing with so many guys who fall for the bullshit, who are not up on game, who are, you know, who just go along with that shit. So that's just how they go with their situations. That's just the protocol that they have. But the thing is that if they meet a dude who is not on that bullshit, right, who's not sort of like going along with her nonsense, right, then what happens is that she has to make a choice. She has to say, okay, I know I'm dealing with a real dude right here, so either I'm gonna go along with this, or I'm not.
And this is what I'm telling you guys to judge her personality. You judge people when they're in a compromising situation. You judge women on their gratitude. Another thing, how to judge people, even guys, is their gratitude. The best way to judge somebody is how they're thankful for something. Your thankfulness is really your gratitude. Yes. And fellas, man, like what I was gonna talk about too was the tests. You know, you have to test. And usually when guys test, and I was gonna play the clip of with the door test. I'll play it on the next show. With the door test, is when women test you, because what she did was a test. Are you gonna buy me a drink? Are you a gentleman? Should I let you fuck me? Again, like when women test, they test to see if you're a type of guy that they can tolerate, be around, run game on, or if you're real. They test you to see what you if they should fuck you or not. We not testing for that. She passed the test once she looks good to you. So when men test, we test for trust and loyalty. And what the door test was, if you were man enough to be chivalrous, to open her car door, let her get in the car, and you close her door, by the time you walk around the car and get to your door should be unlocked. She should be chivalrous enough to lean over and unlock your door, or at least press the button, because now there's a button on her side, for the unlock button that she could press, and just unlock all the doors. She don't even have to put no effort to lean over and unlock the door. So when we test for trust. We test for loyalty. We test for longevity. That's what we test for. And the thing is that our tests matters a lot more than their test. Because sex nowadays is on the way to marriage. Different things nowadays is on the way to marriage. So you have to be cognizant of why she's testing you. This will help you pass the test. And like I said, there is something called a less right answer. There's a right answer, but there's a less right answer. You can answer in style, or you can answer less right. Doesn't matter. And a lot of times they don't know that they're testing you. A lot of times their testing comes off as, you know, just the spur of the moment type thing. So, okay. I think it's better for me to talk into the mic this way. Is this better? Can you guys hear me a little bit more, or am I clipping? Oh, this is actually better. Hold on, let me turn this thing up so you guys can hear me. My bad, y'all. And see, I've been talking this whole time with this microphone like that. So you have to learn how to really use your discernment when it comes to women. You have to see how thankful they are. How thankful they are for you to do things for them. How thankful they are for your service. She can tell you that she likes you, but when you do something for her, it'll tell you that she likes you. Let me tell you guys one thing that you need to do, because I said that to build up to this. When you take a woman out and you buy her food, you see, when she's your girlfriend, she's going to want what's on your plate, whether you bought her separate meal or not. But when you're dating a woman and you take her out and you buy her food, what you have to realize and what you have to understand is look at how thankful she is when you buy her the food. There's broads that you sit up there and you buy them food. They don't even, a simple thank you. They can't even tell you thank you. You sat up there and you made that money and you sat there and you got up and you went to work and you worked and you made that money and you didn't even make that money for that fucking food in an hour, and you sat up there and bought this ungrateful bitch that motherfucking full course meal and didn't even get a thank you. Do you have a joyous woman, a woman that looks out for you? Did she even offer you a piece of the food that she bought for you? Say, hey babe, taste this. Does she even say, hey, this is mine, thank you for buying it? Oh my God, like all these flavors, the taste. That food comes with the effect. We don't care how to eat. How people just eat anything. As long as it tastes good, they eat it. Because we're answering to our bodies. And when you out here, you're taking bitches out on dates and feeding them and dealing with food diggers and things like that, and just bitches that just want to go out, have a nice conversation, talk, and then take your food home, and sometimes you drop her off at another nigga house and all kinds of other shit happens. I know what you simps go through. I've been the cause of a lot of y'all pain with a lot of things that I've done in the past. And I'm telling you guys, because a lot of you guys, you email me and you come over and you look for this type of information. This type of information caters to a certain type of male. And you have to look at women like this. You have to say, yo, is she really thankful? Does she really fuck with the type of things that I do for her? Does she know the type of sacrifices that I've made to get this thing done? Driving to motherfuckers. Putting gas in your car and doing certain things, like your intentions. Are your intentions in vain? Because in a lot of cases, as a man, your intentions are in vain. She's not really gonna really understand the effort that you put in. So the only thing that you could really rely upon is her thankfulness and her effort. Let me be the best woman I can, because I know that he's doing the best that he can as my man. Doesn't always get displayed to her. But that doesn't mean the dynamic doesn't occur on one side or the other. See? So you talk about relationships, you have to really understand, what are you talking about? What do you really want?
Gonna fuck with him and find me like some other dude who's a simp and who doesn't understand the game. You understand? So if you guys are out here thinking that, well, she doesn't do that, she's not the type of girl, yada 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 yada. You understand? You gotta understand something about women. Women are all about the feelings and how they feel in the moment, and this is how they will react and why they will do certain things. You understand? So a chick talking about, she doesn't do this on the first date, or she doesn't have sex, and no, she's just saying that now to you for whatever type of reason she's saying it, to basically game you and have you thinking this other stuff. And since you believe that women are like this, it's easy for her to manipulate you in these type of situations. You understand? It's kind of like, and the thing is, the reason why you do believe her, and the reason why you're going along with this, is because you haven't had enough experiences with women to realize how a woman acts when she's really into you, and when she cooperates, and when she, she's really, going along with a guy who she wants to follow, right? Because you haven't had that experience. So most of your experience, or probably all of your experiences, have been with women who are like, oh, we gotta wait, I gotta get to know you, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. So that's the norm for you, so you accept that as reality, right? It's kind of like if a person, let's say you have a white person who's never really talked to a black person, in person or something, and they just seen images of black people on TV, they watch rap videos, they think all black people do is rap, and and that's it, and got gold in their mouth, and that's what they do. You understand? And every black person lives in a hood, and yada yada yada, right? But see, when if another white person who has actually talked to a black person, and who has actually interacted with a black person in real life, You understand? They'll have a different perspective so that they won't believe the bullshit, right? Of black people being this way and that way. You understand? Same thing, for any other type of thing that you experience until you've been around, you understand, different situations, you're gonna think that certain situations are just like that. So since you haven't been around enough women who are cooperating, since you haven't been around enough women who are really trying to get it in with you like that, your experience with women, most of it has been dealing with women who are talking that bullshit, who recognize that they can use that excuse with you to further along whatever they're trying to do. And they see that you are falling for it, so they know that they can keep it going. You understand? See, the thing is, if I remember I was on a date with this chick one time, and she did that whole I don't kiss on the first date. And so I said, well, I don't date women who don't kiss me on the first date, right? So literally.
And a lot of times, too, it comes down to you having a lot of times when they say little statements like that, to pass, it's a test. And to pass the test is for you to have the better statement, which is funny in this game too. You to have the better statement because she hasn't thought of the better statement. See what I'm saying? And another thing about it too, we're gonna do a part 2 of this whole thing, but we're gonna have more story. We're gonna have some shit from Ron Wills. Shout outs to Ron Wills, man. Let's get it.
Literally, right after I said that she kisses me, she first laughed. You understand? And then she grabbed me and kissed me. And the reason why I think she laughed was because she knew that she was bullshitting, and she knew that I saw through her bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So what happened was that she's like, well, okay, well, he's not falling for the nonsense. So either I'm gonna have to kiss him, or I need to do what I got to do, or I'm gonna end up not seeing this guy again. And see if she, she was probably feeling me to the point where she made it happen. You understand? Now you're gonna have situations where you're dealing with girls who don't have that much experience in the game, right? So they might actually be in a situation where they're like, oh, I don't really do this, or I don't really do that. But that's rare. You understand? That's super rare. You understand? That's if you met a chick who hasn't really gone out with a lot of dudes, who hasn't really been out there that much or whatever. Like,
a lot of suburb women are like this. But then again, a lot of suburb women are hip too, and they're running game too.
Like, she might have these sort of rules because she's been conditioned to think that she's supposed to act a certain way around a guy and all this other stuff, right? But most of these chicks out here that you meet, you understand, they've been going in, making shit pop, making shit happen, fucking guys on the first night, kissing them and all this other stuff, doing all this other craziness, right? They've been doing that. So when they come to you and try to act like, oh, well, I don't do this and I don't do that, they're bullshitting. A lot of them also, they try to, sometimes they've been fucking and sucking for so long that they're
trying to see if you're a sucker.
They're like, oh, I had this epiphany, I want to turn over a new leaf, and then they're trying to turn over that new leaf with you, and it's like, fuck out of here with that. You understand? So the thing is this, you have to understand that these chicks are trying to game you, right? And you basically need to call that shit out when they're doing that. Now, in the event that when you call it out and she's still playing those games or whatever, you just kick her to the curb and keep it moving, charge it to the game, and that's that. You understand? So if a chick is on that, oh, I don't kiss on the first date, and you call that shit out and she's still not really, trying to make something happen, you just keep it moving, you charge your ass to the game, and you keep that going, because she's looking for some dude who does not understand the game. She's looking for a fucking simp. She's looking for a trick. She's looking for that type of dude who she can manipulate and control in the long run, and to, benefit her in however she wants shit to go down. You understand? What you gotta understand is, and I always bring it back to this, is that when a chick is feeling you, when she's really, really, really feeling you, she wants the shit to work out. She wants shit to go well. She wants to do things with you. She wants to get physical. You understand? Doesn't necessarily mean, every time you're dealing with a chick on the first date, she's gonna fuck you and all the other stuff. But what I'm saying is that there's not gonna be all these like, extra rules and, oh, I don't do this and all this, like, oh, we gotta wait.
Basically, when a chick is feeling you, she will hard choose. She will hard choose. She will choose hard.
For 10 million years before we can. Nah, like, don't fall for the bullshit. Do not let these chicks run game on you.
That's some real motherfucking shit. Check this out. Locario Lowdown, man. Check this out. Now you guys gotta learn the importance of how to say things to women. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
So I got an email from a subscriber, and this subscriber sent a donation, so thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below and send a donation. So this one says, hey, what's up? You have been a great help and recently made a great video about insecurities when dealing with women. Now, my concern is I am a very respectful and polite guy and always says, excuse me, first to get the woman's attention, especially if in a group of more than one. But there are times where a woman is just casually by herself, sitting or standing around, and I have said, hey, excuse me, first to get the attention from the woman before opening, and the woman sometimes gets startled or kind of move out the way, actually thinking I am saying excuse me for them to move, when I just want to politely get their attention. If a woman is by herself walking around or just minding her business and not on the phone or listening to music or reading a book, etc., should I always say excuse me before I open? I just don't want to come across as if I am insecure and need to have her permission before I'm able to talk to her. Alright, so you don't necessarily need to say excuse me, right, when you are talking to these chicks. But, you know, if you do say it, you know, it's just really about how you say what you're saying. So this goes for anything. When you are talking to women and you are saying whatever you're saying, it's more so how you're saying it and how comfortable you are saying it, how confident you are in what you're saying, right? Because when you talk to a woman, a lot of it has to do with the energy that you bring when you're talking to the woman, to when you're talking to the girl, right? That's really what it's about. It's that energy you bring to the situation. So you could say something and another guy could say literally the same exact thing you said word for word, but depending on how it's said, depending on how you said it, and depending on how he said it is going to make a difference. You see what I'm saying? So it's more so about, you know, how you come at the situation when you are interacting with the girl, because, you know, you could say, you know, something like, oh, excuse me, miss, I was just wondering if, you know, we could talk for a second. How you doing? Okay, you know, like, you sound nervous saying that. You, like, you know, when you're coming at it like that, right? Or you could, you know, see a chick, you'd be like, excuse me, miss, let me talk to you for a second. What's your name? Oh, cool, my name's Locario. Listen, you're, like, really attractive, and I could tell that you're attracted to me. So me and you need to get together sometime and get some drinks, get a coffee or something. We got to make something happen. Listen, here's my number. You know, like, whatever. You understand? Like, but you see the difference in how it's said. But in each saying, you said excuse me in both situations, right? So it's more about how it's said, more so than what's being said. You understand? So, you know, you don't have to worry too much about, you know, what you're saying in most cases. Is more so how you're saying it, how comfortable you are, and how confident you are in saying what you're saying, right? And, you know, you don't even need to say, excuse me. Like, you can, you know, see a chick and start the conversation off, you know, going indirect. You might talk about something like, let's say, if you're on a train and you sit next to a girl and she's reading a book, you'd be like, hey, what's that book you're reading? And then she tells you what the book is, and you start having a conversation. You understand? Or, you know, let's say you see some chick and she's like, has on some nice clothes. You'd be like, yo, miss, that's a nice, you know, dress you got on. You're looking good in that, whatever. And then you start talking to her based off of that thing. You understand? But it's all about how you're saying what you're saying. You understand? Because that energy is the thing that's going to either, you know, make her really feel you, or have it basically in a position where she's kind of like, this guy, you know, he's all nervous. He don't know what he's doing, you know, like, wrap this up. I need to go. What are you trying to, you understand? Like, So it depends on how you're saying and the energy you bring, because when women are interacting with you and they feel that confident energy, you understand? That is the thing that gets her attracted to you. Like, you know, when I talk about, you know, when you approach a woman and she's feeling your vibe, right? That's basically what it is. Because a lot of times when I say, you know, you go up to a girl, you holler at her, and, you know, chicks can tell within that first, you know, minute or so how they're feeling about you. You understand? And so, or if they're into you. And then a lot of guys misinterpreted that and thinking, oh, well, you know, I guess that means that, you know, if you approach a girl and she thinks you're cute or she thinks you look good, that means that she's going to want you. No, I'm talking about that vibe. You understand? And so that vibe comes through with how you say what you're saying and how comfortable you are saying what you're saying and how confident you are in saying what you're saying. Because that comfortable, confident vibe a lot of times is the thing that grabs her attention. You understand? That's the thing that makes her stay. That's the thing that makes her, you know, want to continue to have that conversation. Because if you're walking, you know, and you see a girl in the street and you come up to her, but you have this sort of, you know, kind of insecure, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm scared to talk to you vibe, then that's not going to make her want to stop. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, if you have that vibe where you're cool, calm, and collected, you do this like this is what you do, right? That's going to be the thing that's going to grab her attention. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really all about, you know, how you're saying what you're saying. So you could say, yeah, excuse me, miss, look, blah, blah, blah. It just all depends on how you come about it. You understand? But, you know, don't think that you have to say that. You don't necessarily have to say that. You understand? And you don't necessarily have to just come out and be direct. You don't necessarily have to come out and be indirect. You understand? It all depends on how you want to do it. But at the end of the day, no matter which way you do it, no matter what you say, right? It has to be about how you do it, how you come across, your vibe. You understand? So the actual content, you understand? The words that you're saying, a lot of times when you're first opening up that conversation, isn't that critical. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that critical. It's more so, you know, are you grabbing her attention? And you grab her attention by you being confident in that vibe you're bringing. You understand? It's kind of like, you know, when you see like a commercial, or you hear a commercial on the radio, or you see a commercial on TV or on the internet or whatever, and what it is that they have a short amount of time to really grab you. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's not necessarily even like what they're selling. Sometimes
you're right. It's about the sale. If you're a good entrepreneur, you'll be good at talking to women.
I see a commercial for something you're not even that interested in, but it grabs your attention because of how the commercial is coming at you. You understand? Like those Geico commercials. You know, I know a lot of y'all seen those. A lot of people like those joints. People that really don't even have cars.
Some my man in the chat.
Car insurance. You understand? But the commercial grabs your attention, and you like watching it. You understand? So it's the same thing when you're dealing with women. It's really about you grabbing that attention, and that attention will be grabbed based off of your vibe. You understand? And based off how you come, at talking to these girls. You understand?
And that's some real shit. Alright, man, we almost out of the building, man. Let's play one more last video. Locario Lowdown, man. Shout out to Mr. Locario, man. It's like he came through and just dropped a whole bunch of game. Now check this out. The importance of paying attention and listening to what she's saying. Because it's not all about you. It's about analyzing her life, accommodating it also. And is it in alignment with what you got going on? Check this out.
Up in Spain, but I moved to Chicago. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, In this audio/video, I wanted to talk about the importance of paying attention and listening to what a woman is saying. All right? I want to talk about why it's important to pay attention and listen to what a woman is saying when you are approaching her and talking to her. You understand? So this is when you...
Alright, listen, you know what we're gonna do? Because I got some shit to do. I got some shit to handle. Real nigga shit. We're gonna conclude this right here. And we're gonna get into, y'all gotta go back and study this shit. And take down your notes. We're gonna conclude it right here. I got some shit to handle. Shout outs to Mr. Locario, man. Thank you for coming through. Blessing us with that game and that good wisdom. Shout outs to Mr. Locario. This ain't nothing that we don't talk about, so it's some real shit. Listen, man. Email me at playertalk8@gmail.com. That's playertalk8@gmail.com. And we out of the building. I got some shit to do. You guys gotta go back and listen to the show, man. You guys gotta get that game. There's too much stuff that's been talked about on the show. There's too much stuff that's been talked about on the show, man. Hey, listen, man. Shout out to Dan Jamal Cooper. Shout out to my boy, man. I'm gonna hit him up, man. We got some shit to handle, man. Alright, y'all, man. We out of the building. This Player Talk Radio is DJ Kuda at the helm of today's show, man. You know I gotta do it, man. Shout out to that boy Rob Banks, man. We Rob banked up, Brody. We Rob banked up, nigga. Hey, cuz we out of the building, bro. It's Player Talk Radio. We are, man. I got some shit to handle, man. Listen, you a big cat. Let's get it, man. Shout out to Rob Banks, man. Big cat, man.
Oh my
Shout out to
God.
Kid Ink too, man. Hey, shout out to the boy Kid Trunks too, man. Shout out to that boy, man. Let's get it, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go, man. You a big cat. Let's get it. You dig? Let's get it. Email me at playertalk8@gmail.com.
You a big cap, you a big cap, you a big cap. Do you dig that? I don't dig that. Know who with that? You a big cap. Tie your hair back, making these smacks. You been watching too much Paid in Full, forgot to get paid. Little boy Rico cause was dealt, I hold it ace. And I'm having stretches like the shirt that I gave you. You a rap cap, I'm really a full grown ape. Little broke ass nigga, don't try to be a brave. I know why they mad, cause the I got so much beef, I need some greens on the side dish. She can't take a hit, I stick and move shit through the toilet. You a pussy nigga, yeah, that's why I gotta roll it. If your ass that hard, you probably give it to a thigh. You a big cap, you a big cap, you a big cap, you a big cap. Do you dig that? I don't dig that. Know who with that? You a big cap, I fuck up a chick, put ice on my neck, yeah, you did. Overflow with a drip, yeah, I didn't get up.
Oh my God. Kuda.
Hey, I can put up a 6.
Handstand, flip the money, and I do it all again. It's a trend. All these rappers, they be claiming they a fan. Gucci on my sweater, but you cannot comprehend. I got water like a river, but you do not. Damn, if I take another loss in a day. Damn, if another bitch run up and give me face. Everywhere I go, I chase the money. It all come my way. You a bitch, boy, don't cry. You do not always get your way. Boy, you bluff. You is not so tough. Talk behind the phone, but your whole ass when I pull up. Every time I see you hitting, my money going up. Anytime I hear you frontin', boy, just knuckle up.
You a big cap, you a big cap, you a big cap, you a big cap. Do you dig that? I don't dig that. Know who with that? You a big cap.
I think I might be happy.
Alright, it's Player Talk Radio. We are back in the building, man. We are out, man. We're gonna conclude this show, man. We're gonna have another joint. And we are gonna have Rom Wills. And we're gonna conclude with Mr. Locario. We're gonna get into some real game. Let's get it, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go.
You're now in the mix with the young DJ Cuda.
Tonight we gonna be going in.
On the ones and twos and twos.
Let's get it.
On Player Talk Radio.